Right now, someone you trust is slowly destroying your sense of reality. But here's what makes this different from what most people think they know about narcissistic abuse. Covert narcissists don't scream or throw things. They don't leave bruises you can see. Instead, they use something far more dangerous. They make you question your own mind. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you the 8 warning signs that reveal you're not going crazy. You're being systematically manipulated by someone who's supposed to care about you. If you've ever found yourself thinking, am I the problem? Or maybe I'm too sensitive, this video is for you. Because covert narcissistic abuse is like carbon monoxide poisoning of the soul. It's invisible, odorless, and by the time you realize what's happening, you're already suffocating. Sign number 1, they create what I call a reality distortion field. You'll have a conversation on Monday. By Friday, they'll swear it never happened. But this isn't simple forgetfulness. Sarah told me about a conversation with her partner where he promised to attend her work event. When she reminded him the day before, he said, "I never agreed to that." You're making things up again. But here's the insidious part. They don't just deny what happened. They make you feel guilty for bringing it up. They'll say things like, "You always twist my words," or "Your memory is terrible." Over time, you start recording conversation just to prove to yourself that you're not losing your mind. And if you've ever felt the need to do that, that's your first red flag. Sign number 2, you're living in what I call an empathy desert. When you're hurt, upset, or need support, they respond with one of 3 reactions: dismissal, deflection, or making it about them. You lose your job, and instead of comfort, you get, "Well, maybe if you worked harder," or "This is really stressing me out." But here's what makes covert narcissists so dangerous. They can fake empathy perfectly when others are watching. It's only behind closed doors that the mask comes off. You start to feel like you're emotionally starving in a relationship that looks perfect from the outside. Sign number 3, you've developed what I call walking on eggshells syndrome. You find yourself constantly calculating, what mood are they in? What topics are safe today? How can I avoid setting them off? Normal conversations become minefields. You can't mention your friends, your achievements, or even your feelings without triggering their rage or silent treatment. Mark told me he stopped mentioning his promotion at work because every time he did, his wife would find something wrong with him for the next 3 days. You're not walking on eggshells, you're walking on landmines, and you're slowly disappearing to avoid the explosions. Sign number 4, they're systematically assassinating your achievements. Every success you have gets minimized, dismissed, or turned into their story. You get a promotion? It's about time. You were lucky they didn't fire you. You lose weight? You still have a long way to go. But the most insidious part is how they steal credit for your wins while distancing themselves from your struggles. Lisa's husband would tell people at parties how we built her successful business, but when she was struggling with a difficult client, suddenly it was her problem to figure out. They're not your partner, they're a parasite feeding off your accomplishments while weakening your confidence. Sign number 5, they're running what I call an isolation operation. But covert narcissists don't forbid you from seeing people. That would be too obvious. Instead, they make it so unpleasant that you stop trying. They'll be moody before you go out, start a fight when you get back, or make subtle comments about your friends. "Sarah seems jealous of our relationship," or "Your family always makes you stressed." Slowly, you start declining invitations. It's easier than dealing with the aftermath. Before you know it, they've become your entire world. Isolation isn't just a side effect of narcissistic abuse. It's a strategic weapon. The fewer outside perspectives you have, the easier you are to control. Sign number 6, you're trapped on an emotional roller coaster that never stops. One day they're loving and attentive, the person you fell in love with. The next day they're cold, critical, and distant. There's no pattern you can predict. This isn't moodiness, it's intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological principle that makes gambling addictive. You become addicted to those rare moments of warmth and validation, willing to endure increasing amounts of pain for smaller and smaller rewards. Jennifer described it perfectly. I felt like a drug addict, but my drug was his approval, and he was both my dealer and my withdrawal. Sign number 7, they've mastered what I call responsibility reversal. Somehow, everything that goes wrong becomes your fault. Their bad mood? You must have done something? Their mistake at work? You distracted them? Their affair? You weren't meeting their needs? But when you try to address their behavior, suddenly you're too sensitive, living in the past, or trying to control them. They've turned you into their personal emotional janitor, cleaning up their messes while they create new ones. The most dangerous part? You start believing it. You think if you could just be better, more understanding, more patient, they would change. Sign number 8, so works, and this is the most devastating. They've caused complete identity erosion. You can't remember who you were before this relationship. Your interests, your opinions, your dreams, they've all been slowly chipped away. You used to love painting, but they said it was a waste of time. You used to be confident at work, but now you second-guess every decision. You used to laugh easily, but now you can't remember the last time you felt genuine joy. This isn't love, it's psychological murder. They're killing who you are while keeping your body alive to serve their needs. But here's what they don't want you to know. That person you used to be, they're still in there, waiting for you to remember. If you recognize yourself in these 8 signs, I need you to understand something crucial. This is not your fault. Covert narcissists are master manipulators. They didn't choose you because you're weak. They chose you because you're strong, empathetic, and valuable. They saw something in you worth stealing. But recognizing the abuse is just the first step. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? You have 2 choices. You can continue living in their distorted reality, slowly disappearing until there's nothing left of you. Or you can start the journey back to yourself. Recovery from covert narcissistic abuse isn't easy, but it's possible. Thousands of people have walked this path before you and found their way back to themselves. If this video opened your eyes, you're not alone. Subscribe to this channel for more insights on recognizing and recovering from covert narcissistic abuse. And remember, the fact that you're questioning the relationship means your inner voice is still alive. Listen to it. Trust it. It's trying to save you. Your healing journey starts with a single step, believing that you deserve better. Because you do.